Okay, we're going to get into what might kind of seem like a long video for the note names on the strings, but I wanted to make sure that nobody is getting left behind on this stuff. And the quicker that you learn the note names up and down your strings, the quicker you'll be able to wheel around the guitar in different keys. I'm going to try to attach a PNG or PDF file to each of these videos with the note names on them for each string. Okay, well, let's get into it. There might be some other parts of the video where I kind of stop and explain some things, but as far as the note names on the low E string, here we go. So the first note is going to be the string name itself, E. And when we go up to the next note, you can kind of almost think of it, even though you're playing the open string, you can pretend like that's a fretted note, and when you move to the first fret, you're just going up to the next note. Hopefully that makes sense, or maybe I'm making it more difficult than it needs to be. But you're going to move up in half steps or semitones. So each fret, from one fret to the next, it may just be one move on the neck, but you are moving up a half of a tone or a semitone, some people call it. And this will become more clear as we go through each of these strings. So, all right. So just to clear this up a bit more, um, a half step or a semitone, you're going to hear me say that a lot in this video. It's just the distance of one fret, okay? So from you pushing down your first fret and just scooting that up to holding down your second fret, just that quick little move across the fret wire is the distance of what we're calling one fret. From one fret to the next is a half step or a semitone. You're just moving up one fret. So now a whole step or a whole tone would be the distance of two frets. So from the first fret, F, to the third fret, to your G note, that is a whole tone, right? Or a whole step. And you're scooting up from your first fret, you're scooting up once to your second fret, and you're scooting up next to your third fret. So that's like two quick shifts. That's two semitones equals a whole tone. Or two half steps equals a whole step. So it's something that you're going to see all the time throughout the rest of your musical career, musical journey, right? Okay, so something else I thought we should touch on here is when we're naming our notes up and down the fretboard, you're going to say, oh, he said the second fret was called F sharp, and then later on he said the second fret was called G flat. So even though they're both on the second fret, like these two notes are going to sound the same. They're called enharmonic. So the different names are depending on what key it's in. And this is going to come into play when we're doing our chord spellings, okay? So it just depends on what key it's in. I know we haven't gotten into the key circle stuff yet, or intervals. Well, we did a little bit with the half step and whole step thing. But so like in the key of G, you are going to have an F sharp. So that second fret is going to be called F sharp. Okay, that's the major seventh of G, the key of G. F sharp is the leading tone. the 7th note in the major scale. Okay, but for instance, if we're in the key of D flat, that same note, that same fret, we're going to have to spell it G flat. We're going to have to call it G flat. If we're in the key of D flat, that G flat is the 4th, the perfect 4th of D flat. So in the key of D flat, we're going to have to call that 2nd fret G flat. In the key of G, we're going to have to call that 2nd fret F sharp. But again, they're going to sound the same. Same note, but that's what you call that, enharmonic. They sound the same. It's the same note. We're just calling them two different things depending on the key spelling. And again, if this is just review for you, if you already know this stuff, feel free to click through these string name videos. If you already know this stuff, that's fine. Or maybe you want to just use it for some kind of review or refresher course on what you already feel like you know. But I just wanted to make sure I wasn't leaving anyone out of this information here, which is kind of the basics of what you need to know for theory. So, first note on the low E string is E itself. One semitone or half step up from E is F. One semitone or half step up from F is F sharp. One semitone or half step up from F sharp is G. One semitone or half step up from G is G sharp. One semitone or half step up from G sharp is A. One semitone or half step up from A is A sharp. One semitone or half step up from A sharp is B. One semitone or half step up from B is C. One semitone or half step up from C is going to be C sharp. One semitone or half step up from C sharp is D. One semitone or half step up from D is going to be D sharp. And one semitone up from D sharp or half step up to the next fret is E. So E that's one full octave from our low open E to our high E note on our 12th fret. Okay, now we're going to be going descending, so back down the string instead of going up the string. So just cruising down in the opposite direction. We're going to start back on our 12th fret on E. One half step below E is going to be D sharp. One semitone or half step below D sharp is going to be D. One half step below or semitone below D is going to be C sharp. One half step below or semitone below C sharp is going to be C. One half step below or one semitone below C is going to be B. One half step or semitone below B down to the next fret is going to be A sharp. One semitone or half step below A sharp is A. One semitone or half step below A is G sharp. One semitone or half step below G sharp onto the 3rd fret is G. One semitone or half step below G is going to be F sharp. And one semitone or half step below F sharp is going to be F. One semitone or half step below F is going to be E. Back to our open E. Okay, now we're going to be doing our flats. We're going to name our flats going up the fretboard, ascending in pitch, higher in pitch. So we'll start back with our open E string again. Open E, one half step or semitone above E on the 1st fret is going to be F. 1 half step or semitone above F on the 2nd fret is going to be G flat. 1 half step or semitone above G flat is going to be G. 1 half step or semitone above G is going to be A flat. 1 half step or semitone above A flat is going to be A. 1 half step or semitone above A is going to be B flat. 1 half step or semitone above B flat is going to be B. 1 half step or semitone above B is going to be C. 1 half step or semitone above C is going to be D flat. 1 half step or semitone above D flat is going to be D. 1 half step or semitone above D is going to be E flat. And 1 half step or semitone above E flat is going to be back to our octave here, E, 12th fret E. Okay, now we're going to name our flats descending. So starting on the 12th fret E, we're going to go back the other direction, going lower in pitch. So again, we're starting on E. 1 half step or semitone below E is going to be E flat. 1 half step or semitone below E flat is going to be D. 1 half step or semitone below D is going to be D flat. 1 half step or semitone below D flat is going to be C. 1 half step or semitone below C down to the 7th fret is B. 1 half step or semitone below B down to the 6th fret is going to be B flat. 1 half step or semitone below B flat down to the 5th fret is A. 1 half step or semitone below A is going to be A flat. 1 half step or semitone below A flat down to the 3rd fret is G. 1 half step or semitone below G is going to be G flat. And 1 half step or semitone below G flat is going to be F on the 1st fret. And then 1 half step or semitone below F is back to our open E. There we go. There's our flats going down our low E string. Oftentimes, I like to have my students name the sharps ascending up the string as we're going higher in pitch, and then name the flats descending the string going lower in pitch. So starting on E again, we're going higher in pitch up to the next fret, the 1st fret, to F. From F, we're going up a half step to the 2nd fret to F sharp. From F sharp, we're going up a half step to the 3rd fret to G. From G, we're going up a half step to the 4th fret to G sharp. From G sharp, we're going up a half step to the 5th fret to A. From A, we're going up a half step to the 6th fret to A sharp. From A sharp, we're going up a half step to the 7th fret to B. From B, we're going up a half step to the 8th fret to C. From C, we're going up a half step to the 9th fret to C sharp. From C sharp, we're going up a half step to the 10th fret to D. From D, we're going up a half step to the 11th fret to D sharp. From D sharp, we're going up a half step to the 12th fret and our octave, which is E again. So your 12th fret's always going to be the same name as your string name, because that's one full octave. All right. Now we're going back down the string in pitch, naming our flats. So since we're going lower, we're going flat in pitch. So starting on the 12th fret, E again, we're going down 1 half step to E flat. From E flat, we're going down 1 half step to the 10th fret to D. From D, we're going down 1 half step to the 9th fret to D flat. From D flat, we're going down 1/2 step to the 8th fret to C. From C, we're going down 1/2 step to the 7th fret to B. From B, we're going down 1/2 step to the 6th fret to B flat. From B flat, we're going down 1/2 step to the 5th fret to A. From A, we're going down 1/2 step to the 4th fret to A flat. From A flat, we're going down 1/2 step to the 3rd fret to G. From G, we're going down 1/2 step to the 2nd fret to G flat. From G flat, we're going down 1/2 step to the 1st fret to F. And from F, we're going down 1/2 step back to our open string, which is E. Okay, we're going to repeat that whole thing to really get it ingrained into our brains here. So this time we're going to take a look at the fretboard horizontally. So as if you're looking down at your guitar and playing it, as opposed to the vertical diagrams. So we're going to start with the open E string again and name sharps going ascending. There's E. 1 semitone up from E to the 1st fret is F. 1 semitone up from F to the 2nd fret is going to be F sharp. 1 semitone up from F sharp to the 3rd fret is going to be G. 1 semitone up from G up to the 4th fret is going to be G sharp. 1 semitone up from G sharp to the 5th fret is going to be A. 1 semitone up from A to the 6th fret is going to be A sharp. 1 semitone up from A sharp up to the 7th fret is going to be B. 1 semitone up from B up to the 8th fret is going to be C. 1 semitone up from C up to the 9th fret is going to be C sharp. 1 semitone up from C sharp up to the 10th fret is going to be D. 1 semitone up from D up to the 11th fret is going to be D sharp. And 1 semitone up from D sharp on our 12th fret, we have our octave note E. Same note as our open string. Okay, now we're going to go sharps descending down our fretboard with the horizontal diagram view, starting on our 12th fret again. So 12th fret E, we're going to go down 1/2 step to D sharp. From D sharp, we're going to go down 1/2 step, 1 fret to the 10th fret to D. From D, we're going to go down 1/2 step to the 9th fret to C sharp. From C sharp, we're going to go down 1/2 step to the 8th fret to C. From C, we're going to go down 1/2 step to the 7th fret to B. From B, we're going to go down 1/2 step to the 6th fret to A sharp. From A sharp, we're going to go down 1/2 step to the 5th fret to A. From A, we're going to go down 1/2 step to the 4th fret to G sharp. From G sharp, we're going to go down 1/2 step to the 3rd fret to G. From G, we're going to go down 1/2 step to the 2nd fret to F sharp. From F sharp, we're going to go down 1/2 step to the 1st fret to F. And from F, we're going to go down 1/2 step in pitch to our open string E. Okay, now we're going to name our flats again, going up the fretboard, ascending. And we're going to start with our open string again, E. 1/2 step up from E is going to be F. 1/2 step up from F onto the 2nd fret is going to be G flat. 1/2 step up from G flat to the 3rd fret's going to be G. 1/2 step up from G onto the 4th fret's going to be A flat. 1/2 step up from A flat to the 5th fret is going to be A. 1/2 step up from A to the 6th fret is going to be B flat. 1/2 step up from B flat to the 7th fret is going to be B. 1/2 step up from B to the 8th fret is going to be C. 1/2 step up from C to the 9th fret is going to be D flat. 1/2 step up from D flat to the 10th fret is going to be D. 1/2 step up from D to the 11th fret is going to be E flat. And 1/2 step up from E flat up to our 12th fret is going to be E again. Okay, now we're going to name our flats descending, going down in pitch, down the fretboard. We're going to start on our 12th fret with E. 1/2 step down to the 11th fret is going to be E flat. 1/2 step down from E flat to the 10th fret is going to be D. 1/2 step down from D to the 9th fret is going to be D flat. 1/2 step down from D flat is going to be C. Okay, 1/2 step down from C, down 1 fret to the 7th fret is B. 1/2 step down from B is going to be B flat. 1/2 step down from B flat to the 5th fret is going to be A. 1/2 step down from A to the 4th fret is going to be A flat. 1/2 step down from A flat down to the 3rd fret is going to be G. 1/2 step down from G to the 2nd fret is going to be G flat. And 1/2 step down from G flat to the 1st fret is going to be F. And 1/2 step down from F is going to be back to our open E string. Okay, cool. So it might seem a little counterintuitive that going up the fretboard in pitch, you're going closer to the ground. So it seems like you are going down because you're going closer to the ground, but you want to think you're going up in pitch. And when you're going lower in pitch down your fretboard, you're actually moving your hand closer to like the sky, closer to the air. So it might feel like you're moving your hand up, but you're actually going down the neck and you're going lower in pitch. So just remember that. Sharp is you're going up in pitch, moving up the fretboard, ascending the fretboard, but your hand is moving toward the ground, toward the floor. And when you're moving lower in pitch, lower down the fretboard, your hand is moving up toward the air physically. Also, another way to think about flats and sharps is I like to think sharp in pitch, you're going higher in pitch, like to a point. Think like the pitch of a roof or the point of a knife. That's how I always think about sharp, is like the point of a knife. It's sharp, right? It comes to a pitch, it comes to a point, and it's sharp. And then for flat, I like to think, since you're going lower with flat, you're going lower in pitch. I think like flat like a tire. The note's going flat like a tire. You're going down in pitch. You're going flat in pitch. So that's kind of just an easy visual tool to use to think about some of this stuff. Okay, so again, we're going to go up the neck, ascending, naming sharps, and down, descending, naming flats. Starting with our open E string again, we have E, going up 1 fret from E, we have F. Going up 1 semitone from F, we have F sharp. Going up in pitch from F sharp 1 fret, we have G. Going up from G 1 semitone or 1/2 step or 1 fret, we have G sharp. Going up from G sharp 1 semitone, 1/2 step, 1 fret, we have A. Going up from A 1/2 step, 1 fret, we have A sharp. Going up 1 semitone, 1/2 step up from A sharp, we have B. Going up from B 1/2 step to the next fret, we have C. Going up from C 1/2 step up to the 9th fret, we have C sharp. Going up from C sharp 1 semitone, 1/2 step, 1 fret, we have D. Going up from D 1 semitone or 1 fret up to the 11th fret, we have D sharp. Going up from D sharp 1 semitone or 1/2 step to the 12th fret, we have E, our octave E. Okay, same deal. We're going to come back down the E string, the opposite direction, and going lower in pitch. So we're going to name our flats this time. So up in pitch and sharps, down in pitch, we're naming flats. Starting on the 12th fret again. 12th fret E, down 1/2 step to the 11th fret, we have E flat. Down 1/2 step to the 10th fret, we have D. Down 1/2 step from D to the 9th fret, we're going to have D flat. Down 1/2 step from D flat to the 8th fret, we're going to have C. Down 1 semitone or 1/2 step from C to the 7th fret, we have B. Down 1/2 step or semitone from B to the 6th fret, we have B flat. Down 1 semitone or 1/2 step from B flat, we have A. Down 1 semitone, 1/2 step, 1 fret to the 4th fret, we have A flat. Down 1 semitone or 1/2 step from A flat, we have G. And down 1/2 step or 1 fret from G, we have G flat. Down 1 semitone from G flat, down 1 fret to the 1st fret, we have F. And down 1 semitone or 1/2 step from F, we're back to our open string name E. Okay, we're going to take a look at all that again real quick here. This time using tablature, and it'll have the standard notation above and the fretboard diagram below. So we're going to start with our open string again, E up to F. From 1 fret up from F, you're going to have F sharp. 1 fret up from F sharp, we're going to have G. 1 fret up from G, you're going to have G sharp. 1 fret up from G sharp, you're going to have A. 1 fret up from A, we're going to have A sharp. 1 fret up from A sharp, we're going to have B. 1 fret up from B, we're going to have C. 1 fret up from C, we're going to have C sharp. 1 fret up from C sharp, we're going to have D. 1 fret up from D is going to be D sharp. 1 fret up from D sharp is going to be our octave. We're back to E again. Okay, and now we're going to go back down the fretboard, descending, and name the sharps, starting on the 12th fret again. Going to start from 12 on E. And go back down a 1/2 step to D sharp. From D sharp down to D. From D, down 1/2 step, 1 semitone, 1 fret to the 9th fret, we're going to have C sharp. From C sharp, we're going to go down 1/2 step to C. From C, we're going to go down 1 fret to B. From B, we're going to go down 1 semitone, 1/2 step to A sharp. From A sharp, we're going to go down 1 fret, 1 semitone, 1/2 step to A. From A, we're going to go down 1/2 step, 1 semitone, 1 fret to G sharp. From G sharp, we're going to go down 1/2 step to the 3rd fret to G. From G, we're going to go down 1/2 step, 1 semitone to F sharp. From F sharp, we're going to go down 1/2 step, 1 fret to the 1st fret to F. From F, we're going to go down 1/2 step, 1 semitone back to our open string E. Okay, so again, we're going to name our flats this time, going ascending up the fretboard. We're going to start with our low string again, this time naming our flats, going up the fretboard. So we've got E. 1/2 step up from E, we're going to have F. 1/2 step or semitone up from F to the 2nd fret, we're going to have G flat. From G flat, we're going to move up 1/2 step to G. From G, we're going to move up 1/2 step to the 4th fret to A flat. From A flat, we're going to move up 1/2 step, 1 fret to A. From 5th fret A, we're going to move up 1/2 step to the 6th fret to B flat. From B flat, we're going to move up 1/2 step, 1 fret to B. From B, we're going to move up 1/2 step or 1 fret to C. From C, we're going to move up 1 semitone or 1 fret to D flat. From D flat, we're going to move up 1 semitone or 1 fret to D. From D, we're going to move up 1 semitone or 1 fret to the 11th fret to E flat. From E flat, we're going to move up 1 semitone or 1/2 step to the 12th fret to our octave E. Back to E again. That is the next pitch of our E note, the 12th fret, the octave of our low E. Okay, now we're going to go flats, descending down the neck, which is how I want you to think about them, moving down in pitch. So starting on the 12th fret on E again, we're going to go down 1/2 step, 1 semitone to E flat. From E flat, we're going to move down 1/2 step in pitch to D. From D, we're going to move down 1/2 step to D flat. From D flat, we're going to move down 1 fret, 1 semitone to C. From C, we're going to move down 1/2 step, 1 semitone, 1 fret to B. From B, we're going to move down 1 fret to B flat. From B flat, we're going to move down 1 fret to the 5th fret to A. From A, we're going to move down 1 semitone, 1/2 step, 1 fret to A flat. From A flat, we're going to move down 1 fret to G. From G, we're going to move down 1 fret, 1/2 step, 1 semitone to G flat. From G flat, we're going to move down 1 semitone, 1/2 step to F. From F, we're going to move down 1/2 step, 1 semitone back to our low open E. All right, now we're going to name sharps ascending up the neck and flats back down, and this is really how I want you to think about memorizing your note names. Up going higher in pitch will be sharp, and down going lower in pitch will be flat. All right, so we're starting with our open string again, E. We're going to go from E up to F, 1 fret, 1/2 step. From F, we're going to go up 1 semitone to the 2nd fret to F sharp. From F sharp, we're going to go up 1 fret to the 3rd fret to G. From G, we're going to go up 1/2 step, 1 semitone to G sharp on the 4th fret. From G sharp, we're going to go up 1/2 step to the 5th fret to A. From A, we're going to go up 1/2 step to the 6th fret to A sharp. From A sharp, we're going to go up 1/2 step, 1 fret to 7th fret to B. From B, we're going to go up 1/2 step in pitch to the next fret, 8th fret C. From C, we're going to go up 1 semitone, 1/2 step to the 9th fret to C sharp. From C sharp, we're going to go up 1 fret to the 10th fret to D. From D, we're going to go up 1/2 step to the next fret, 11th fret, D sharp. From D sharp, we're going to go up 1/2 step to the next fret, the 12th fret, which is back to our E again. E. Remember, 12th fret is always going to be the same note as the string name. So open E string, 12th fret is going to be E, just like our open E. All right, now we're going to go descending in pitch, naming flats. So starting back on that octave of E, going to go E, down 1/2 step to E flat. From E flat, we're going to go down 1/2 step, 1 fret to the 10th fret to D. From D, we're going to go down 1/2 step, 1 semitone to D flat. From D flat, we're going to go down 1/2 step, 1 semitone to C. From C, we're going to go down 1/2 step, 1 semitone to the 7th fret to B. From B, we're going to go down 1/2 step, 1 semitone to the 6th fret, B flat. From B flat, we're going to go down 1/2 step to the 5th fret to A note, our A note. From our 5th fret A, we're going to go down 1/2 step to the 4th fret to A flat. From A flat, we're going to go down 1/2 step to the 3rd fret to G. From G, we're going to go down 1 semitone, 1 fret to our 2nd fret, G flat. From G flat, we're going to go down 1/2 step to our 1st fret to F. And from F, we're going to go down 1/2 step, 1 semitone to our open string E. All right, good work. Okay, so now that we've learned our open string names and our note names going up and down the low E string, I recommend that you take a little bit of time in each of your practice sessions to go up and down your guitar strings and memorize these note names, because it's going to take a little bit of time to memorize them all. And I would just try to squeeze that into your practice schedule. Maybe at the beginning of your practice session, just go up and down each string and name the note names, sharps and flats up and down the string. Okay, so we'll get into the next video where we're going to name the note names up and down the A string. We'll see you then.